Some things I'm going to say to you are going to inspire you and enrage you. I'm not here only because of Mike Brown or Aura Rosser. I'm here for you. If you were where I was last night, you witnessed the death of justice. I don't know where you were, whether you were watching social media or your TV, but you saw humanity die in front of your faces.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
That's right.
You saw a piece of our Constitution die. Yeah. You saw your humanity and your rights die in front of your face. Aura Rosser was the last. There's a 12-year-old boy that got shot. I'm not just talking about racist police. I'm talking about a racist system.
Yeah.
I'm talking about racist lawyers and racist judges.
That's right.
But you gotta hear me. You gotta hear me. I understand that, I hope this makes sense to you, but I understand that rape is a man's problem. What do I mean by that? That means that I understand that once every 28 hours a man or woman of color is murdered here in the United States, and that's a white problem. Now, we organize. It lets me know something. That is power in people. You understand? I just saw you beautiful people shut this city down. But I gotta tell you, if you felt like me last night, you felt like somebody that you know died. And I'm gonna tell you what that was. That was our freedoms. That was our security.
That was our empathy.
That was our empathy. That was our understanding of what we thought our Constitution was. It died on social media. But guess what? We had a way to get to the moon. We got the internet. We got bigger buildings. We just can't seem to be smart enough to get rid of racism. We got the longer lasting light bulb. We do. We got new cars that don't need gas, but we can't find a fucking system to eradicate racism. How smart are we? How smart are we? We got the best and the brightest, but we just can't seem to shake this racism thing. This is a human issue. And we are up against a system that is a machine and is soulless. So you cannot try to appeal to its humanity.
Nope.
You can't. You need people power.
Yeah!
I tell you what I do know. I think I'm pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nah, but I think we cooler together. I think I'm pretty smart and tough, but I know we're smarter and tougher together. And I tell you, one day, it could be me. It could be you. It could be you or you or you. And all I want to know is who is going to stand up in the face of injustice, although we just seen her die last night. Who is going to resurrect justice? We don't need more verbiage, more rhetoric. Look around. Look around. Look at these people. You could have been anywhere in the world, but your humanity made you come stand in the cold. Your humanity. And I do know we need to start talking about things about the shoot to kill policy, about the 1033 program that's allowed military weapons in the hands of local law enforcement, about the Citizens Police Force. Some of you need to go to the Citizens Police Force to watch the protocols and the practices. You gotta see the people and the powers that be, how they do what they do. You could not kill one dog every 28 hours in this country.
Because you get 23 years.
Because they have a humane society. That means we treat animals so good that we treat them humanely while we treat humans like dogs. And if you are a person of color here, you cried last night. And if you're a non-person of color, you cried too. Because you felt that human spirit that the world is just attacked, and they put it on display. And they showed us that we didn't mean much, but you letting us know that we're due. Again, I don't have to be a woman to understand their plight. I don't have to be a veteran to understand that the U.S. as it stands craps on their veterans. So we don't have to talk about the isms. I don't have to be rich to know that there's a plight against the poor. Do you? No! You don't have to be black to know that this is real. No! Guess what? You are human. You're human. We're here, and it's called people power. And you just shown the world. Look around, you shown the world. Now, what are we going to do with this energy? There's groups and think tanks, because this, what you have done, you have isolated yourself. You have put a target on your chest. You have just put yourself out in the open and say, I am not on the side of those who are going to shut the hell up and let this pass. Because you have blood. Hey, we have to get the blood off our hands. We have to get the blood off our hands. We have to understand that it's a human right. It's a human right. Okay? You came here, we just had a funeral in Ipsy because we just buried Justice. And like I said, somebody gotta start making some bacon for Justice and planting new seeds. Because she dead. We gotta grow some more baby Justices. Somebody gotta get grinding for justice. Because if you don't, hey, let me tell you something. If people are not enraged or inspired, they won't do anything. But you seem to be a little bit of both. So I don't know why you came here tonight, but if you're here and you can touch somebody and connect with somebody, you don't have to have your own mission. Someone has one for you.
Right.
You don't have to have your own agenda. It's plenty back here.
Right.
You don't have to have your own plight. Share somebody else's. And I tell you, part of this feel like 1963. Part of this feel like 1974. But it's 2014. We have space stations, for Christ's sake, and we still don't have equal rights. Think about it. Think about that. Now, this is something I'm not... Some of you understand that you haven't been brutalized yet, but you understand the chance could happen. And you outraged that the system may not work for you someday. Not that it hasn't, but that it may not. And that in itself is a crime. People have come to tears in these last few months for Aura. I talked to her boyfriend. I know within 60 seconds she was dead. Okay? So he called just to get the police to protect and serve. Protect and serve who? And again, it's not just the cops. They just are on the groundwork doing the job of the judges, of the lawyers, of the prosecutors, of the rich people. They are on the front line doing the dirty work. And sometimes the victims look like me and you. So what are you going to take from this? Are you going to go home and tell your friends or your cousins, hey, I went and marched, we took pictures, so what?
Right.
So what?
Right.
What is it going to mean tomorrow? And for every Mike Brown or Trayvon, there's 1,000 you'll never hear of. There's 1,000. You'll never hear. So we have to align our focuses. We have to put pressure on these people. Look at this, a damn justice center. As if justice resides in the center. Justice is right here. But I tell you what I'm excited about, because just last week I was like, it's laughable that we have the freedom of speech and all we talk about is Facebook. We have the freedom to assemble, but only gather for pizza. We got the freedom of religion, so we choose anyone. But without the fact that you are here, let me tell you the difference between socializing and engaging. You socialize, it doesn't cost you anything. But when you engage, you have to be responsible and accountable to who you're touching, to who you're looking at. How accountable are you? I share your plight, you share mine. We talking about women's rights. We're talking about children's rights. We're talking about veterans' rights. We're talking about every right, not just your own. And you have to understand everybody's to get a grasp on your own. If you human. If you human. I just want to say, I want to thank every single person from the bottom of my heart, every person that had words, for those in Mexico that was murdered. And I guarantee you, if this is what I'm going to tell you, some people would tell you the police were following me for the last few weeks, coming to my home, attempting to, they don't want people to speak out. You see what happens to people that do, don't you? Yeah. They can't shoot us all. Hands up. Don't shoot. 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 Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Thank you.
This is not my place to say this, but this does not end here.
No.